So one thing I found out that was really cool about being in Germany is that most of everybody uses bikes to get around. It's just one of those things that could compete with public transportation because whether you're running late or just have to go somewhere, you could just hop on a bike.
Get a bunch of bikes and ride them around with your friends.
They even divided the sidewalks into 2 lanes. Red is for the bikes and gray is for the people walking. I think it's really cool that they did that, unlike New York City where all the bike lanes are on the road. And I can't forget the bike parking. It's legit everywhere. So whoever planned Hanno's infrastructure when it comes to bike lanes did a fire job. So just seeing how dependent they are on bikes, I had to get my own. Spent 900 euros on one.
What?
I had no clue they were that freaking expensive. Come to find out, it's due to the materials, but it makes sense. My bike is light as hell. In German, they call bikes Fahrrads, and I literally just found this mechanic station. I guess if you have a flat, if you need to fix something on your bike, I'd definitely recommend just getting a bike to get around. So to give you guys some history about Germany's bicycle culture, Germany is known for its strong bicycle culture, especially in bigger cities. Around 30% of households in cities with over 500,000 people rely solely on bikes for transportation. They don't even own cars or motorbikes. In fact, over 80% of Germans use bikes, especially for trips under 15 kilometers. That puts Germany among the top cycling nations in the world, but it's still playing catch up compared to cities like Amsterdam. Amsterdam is practically designed for cycling. Nearly every route has a dedicated bike lane. The city really promotes cycling and it's seen as better for both people and the environment. They even have parking lots for bikes and trains have extra space so cyclists can easily board with their bikes. When comparing American bike culture to Europe, there's no comparison. We've tried to build a bike-friendly culture in the US, but it often feels half-hearted and falls short. While the numbers of cyclists has grown in recent years, that bike-centric lifestyle we admire in Europe is still out of reach. For example, I saw once a middle school where out of 1,000 students, only 7 or 8 bikes were locked up among dozens of empty bike racks. In Europe, it's different. They have bike lanes, but it's also more about the role bikes play in daily life. Growing up in America, bikes were a big part of my childhood, our primary transportation and a source of freedom. But as we got older, we traded our bikes for cars, and today's generation doesn't even use bikes for their daily commutes like school. Instead, bikes have become toys stored in the garage. It's not just about infrastructure. In Europe, bikes are an essential part of life, while here, they're often seen as an afterthought. To improve bike culture in America, we need to start by investing in better infrastructure. More bike lanes, safer paths, and accessible parking. Cities should integrate cycling into their urban planning, making it a key mode of transport like in Europe. Education is crucial too, teaching road sharing rules and promoting the health and environment benefits of cycling. Offering tax incentives for bike purchases and making public transit more bike friendly would also encourage more people to ride. Finally, we need to shift social norms and make cycling a practical, everyday activity, not just a recreational hobby. A strong bike culture offers countless benefits to society. It promotes public health by encouraging physical activity and reducing chronic diseases, while also improving mental well-being. Environmentally, cycling reduces air pollution and lowers carbon footprints. Helping to fight climate change, fewer cars on the road means less traffic congestion, faster commutes, and quieter, cleaner cities. Cycling is also a cost-effective form of transportation, accessible to all income levels, and it fosters community connections. Plus, bike-friendly cities see economic growth as local businesses thrive and tourism increases. Overall, a strong bike culture creates healthier, more sustainable, and connected communities.